Welcome to the My Rules Are Better podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. Today, I did a bit of heavy reflecting following the last podcast, and I thought to myself, well, I may never be a player, but I can certainly run a game. So I contacted a variety of folk, a number of the participants from this recording, some of the folks associated with the game at work, just basically to see if I could pull together a run of Just Plain Chaos in a slightly different setting. The aim of this game is a group of elites, and that's all I'm going to say. A group of elites stuck in a city. Let's see what happens in this thing. So, as a novel Just Plain Chaos scenario, it kind of came to me. I've been thinking about it over a few weeks now. But reached out to Barney Dicker, Matthew Gibson. I'm not sure whether Chris Abbott will be a part of it. Certainly Derek Stutzman, who's appeared on a prior recording. I've reached out to Art Webb, not sure if he's going to be a part of it. And Jason and Sean from my game at work as well. So, getting together a few folk to play Just Plain Chaos, not as a wargaming rule system or even a skirmish gaming rule system, but playing it as a role-playing game system. And this is actually quite a bit different. This will require a certain degree of free-forming with the rules. This will require a certain degree of back-of-napkin scrolling through the process, but I'm amongst friends. So I think this game should be rather interesting. And also, it's being played exclusively remotely. I'm going to use Google Hangouts, see how that goes, with, on average, maybe 4 to 6 players. So we'll see how that thing comes together, with the view that there's a few things that could be quite interesting. But everyone should have their Yahtzee required set of 5d6, and then we'll move from there. So that is the big announcement associated with the past week, as I've pulled together a few folks, sent out a map. Not really given any kind of scenario interaction. I want that to start with the game itself. But, I've probably given too much away in this recording as it is. But yeah, certainly I was reflecting quite heavily on the ability for me to be a player. There is a local group, when I say local, literally up the road, I believe. I think they're still there, that do alcohol games. And unfortunately, I don't do alcohol. So I had a contact with this fellow. He was a Lyft driver, and he gave me his card. And I checked out his YouTube channel. And there's something really strange going on with YouTube currently. I'm going to take this as a little aside. I've been doing YouTube now for about 9 years. And I've put together about 70 videos over 9 years, including a bunch of miniature videos that a number of the folks that have seen have actually rated. I mean, when I get out the miniatures as they arrive from commission, put them on a turntable, illuminate them and talk about them, these videos are pretty well enjoyed by the very small group of folk that are subscribed to it. I find it really quite curious which YouTube channels get all the views. And I think it struck me, some of it is appearing in front of camera, and I'm not really interested in doing that. But, there are a few factors here which I found rather strange when I look at my, low 100 subscription number, having done this thing for such a long period of time. Even with the expose that I did on Warhammer Visions, which was 25,000 views in a very short amount of time. And of course, the bunker on my other channel, 125,000 views. I mean, just, 5 times the size of Warhammer Visions. So obviously, some things get through on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just not, I don't know. I don't put enough promotion in. I don't have enough episode-to-episode pep. But when I look at some of the channels that are hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they have a similar lackadaisical attitude with regards to producing content. So who knows what's going on with YouTube, but I'll be thinking about that. So I've debated whether or not I record the Just Plain Chaos game sessions. I think I might record them just for my own personal interest and maybe with the permission of the participants put them out. Maybe. I don't know how I'll do that. But just as a means of identifying the flexibility of the Just Plain Chaos rules, I think it'll be interesting to run this thing as a role-playing game. I've made initial adjustments, changing all the inches to yards. I think a majority of American players will be participating, so I'm still using yards. That is one of the changes. I'm also using the dice mechanic where you only roll once to hit, with the view that I've worked out all the fractions and rolling 2 dice give you the right percentages to hit the various parts of the body. So that's the other mechanic, and I've got a hybridized version of this on justplainchaos.com currently, and I'll be passing that on to the characters within the next week or so. So that is the only real update, that I'm going to be running Just Plain Chaos remotely as a role-playing game via Google Hangouts. And I will certainly provide any feedback, any insights that I get for that through this particular recording. Barney Dicker also received the parcel through the week. I've heard briefly from Barney that he might do an unboxing video. The tension is certainly there with regards to whether or not he'll like the contents, but I'm pretty sure he should enjoy some of the contents, so we'll just have to see when he actually unboxes it. And interestingly enough, I'm not actually sure. Some of the contents, I was doing multiple boxes for multiple people, and I'm wondering if I got stuff in for Barney specifically through that. So I'll have to confirm with Barney's video actually what was included. Short update, but one I wanted to get out there. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.